Hello, what is up guys, and welcome back to my part 3 of the 7 series. And this video is to do with the Scientist. And I'm not gonna lie, the Scientist is one of the most favourite 7 members of all time. So let's get straight into the video. So first, let's go through a couple of minor details about the Scientist. So the Scientist was first released in Season X, and you can get him for free by doing a Meteoric Rise quests. Now there are main 2 styles of the Scientist. There's one where his suit is black and one where his suit is white. And the voice actor for the Scientist is Joel McHale. Right now, okay, let's move on to the storyline side of the Scientist. So as I told you, the Scientist was first introduced in Season X. Now the Scientist would normally hang around the location of Dusty Depot, but well, the Season X version of it. Now the Scientist actually came to the island to fix the Paradigm's mistake. As in yesterday's video, I spoke about how she piloted a mech and she used energy from the 0 point to defeat a monster. And now this made the 7 really angry, and the 0 point is now on the verge of blowing up. Now in Dusty Depot, the Scientist and the Visitor would work together to build rift beacons. These rift beacons would bring back or get new locations to the island. And it is also rumoured that the Scientist made the Brumechs as well. And the Scientist did actually make the 7 suits as well. Now towards the end of Season X, the Scientist and the Visitor made rockets for the End live event. Now in the End live event, the 7 members were all flying around on rockets, and this is when they actually reunited for quite some time. At the end of this event, the meteor then hit the 0 point, and so did the other 6 rockets, but they didn't hit it, they just flew away. And when the 0 point was hit, there was a wave of realities, and basically we were just left in this black hole for 2 days straight. In the 2 days this black hole was happening, these numbers started appearing on the screen. The numbers that appeared on the screen were 11, 146, 15, 62, 84, 14, 106, 2 and 105. Now these numbers were here to help us decode a secret message. Basically, to decode this, you had to look back at the secret tapes around the island, but I'm not going to get into that because it is very complicated to figure it out. But players did figure it out, and here's what it says. So this secret message was from the Scientist, and it said, "I was not alone. Others were outside the loop. This was not calculated. The nothing is now inevitable." This was the last time we ever heard of the Scientist. Chapter 2 then came, and with most 7 members, there was no appearance of the Scientist in Chapter 2. Well, he was seen in the Chapter 2 finale End live event. Now in this event, the Scientist and the Visitor will be called by the Foundation, and this is the first time we've seen him in 8 seasons. Now the Scientist would try his best to guide the loopers to safety, while the Visitor will distract the sideways. So the Scientist would guide us to the bridge while the island is flipping, and in this event we actually heard the Scientist's voice for the first time. We finally heard Joel McHale kick into the Fortnite game itself. I'm going to show you a clip of the Scientist talking right now.
Looper spotted. That is our way in. Hold them off. All right, everyone, fall back. Area secured. See you on the other side.
And then Chapter 3 Season 1 came around, and the Scientist was seen a lot in this season. Now the Scientist would hang around in the Sanctuary as an NPC, and he would have one goal, and that was to bring the Paradigm back. Now the Scientist would send notes to the Paradigm in the Chapter 3 Season 1 season quests. I'm going to show you a clip of one of the things he sent.
It's me. I'm guessing you heard what happened. Obviously, we had more ambitious goals than simply flipping the island. That was just one step in a scrupulously planned attack that would have reduced the imagined order to smoking crater, to put it mildly. But the reality left us exposed and overextended. If they manage a counterattack before we recover, it's over. All of it. Look, I know our history is complicated, but I want you to know I never lost faith in you. Okay, I did, but only for 5 minutes, maybe a few weeks tops. It's hard to believe that someone who went through what you went through would hold the line, but I know you did. So we really do not deserve your help right now, not at all, but We need it.
So the scientist is begging for the paradigm to come back because the Imagined Order have already started to attack. They're drilling through the island and they are going to make a huge attack. If you want to learn more about the paradigm, then literally just press the link in the description. It's my part 2 of the 7 series. So then chapter 3 season 2 came, and if I'm really honest with you, the scientist was not really seen in this season that much. I mean, he was literally only seen in Zero War. But he also got a new location that it was literally like technically his. It wasn't, he didn't legally own it, but it was literally his home. It was called Snaps Station, and basically, yeah, it was a nice location. It was in the desert. The scientist would build battle buses and all kind of other stuff in this location. He also had his NPC moved from the sanctuary to Snap Station. So in the Zero War comic, the imagined Jones and Wolverine were looking for a 0-point shard, whilst the Foundation, the Scientist, and Iron Man were looking on the Ice Moon for Paradigm, because the Visitor believed that she could help defeat the Imagined Order. And the Scientist was very happy when he saw the Paradigm well and she's still alive. Oh, and I forgot, the Scientist also built the Paradigm a new, better looking, advanced suit. Right, now the Scientist didn't appear in the collision event, but he did appear after in season 3, aka the Vibe-In season. Right, now in this season, the Scientist was only seen in the Vibe-In quests. Here is the first thing he said.
You freed the 0 point, that's great. Or maybe it has a horrifying unintended consequence. It could go either way. It's probably the first thing, which reminds me, we should celebrate our decisive victory with a party.
Right, now on week 3 of the Vibing quests, basically the Scientist creates something which will be important for the next 2 seasons. The Scientist created an artificial robot named Amy. Now we have really never seen Amy's face before, but a lot of people believe that it's this woman on screen right now, but that's just believed, it might not be true. Now the Scientist was like a dad to Amy, and just to go on from things, this is the first thing that Amy said.
Hello, I am the Scientist's artificial machine intelligence engine, Amy. I am the Scientist's favorite, so it has been programmed and so it shall be.
Now while this was going on, these 0-point relics start appearing around the island. Now the Scientist notices this, and every time you pick one up, it sends a wave of like a vibration around the island. But these weren't just normal shockwaves from the 0-point, they were actually distress signals. The 0-point was doing this to warn us about the Herald and the Last Reality. Now around the time this was happening, this transparent gooey liquid chrome started appearing around the island. And there was also an accidental teaser of season 4 of the Paradigm's hand being stuck in the chrome. And also, a load of 7 members started to go missing as well. Now, the Scientist knew this would be the end. The Scientist knew that this chrome would consume and end Chapter 3. So this was the last thing he said to the Paradigm.
Listening to this, it means I'm gone. I don't know where they took me, and I don't know if I'll be back. I promised we'd never leave you alone again, and I promised freeing the 0 point would be safe. Everything's my fault, so whatever happens to me, I deserve it. I programmed Amy to take care of you and whoever's left. I hope there are people left. I'm sorry it ended like this. I've always...
Now, you're probably wondering why he said, "I always loved you." Well, you can hear it because it was static, but he did actually say that, and this confirms that the Scientist and the Paradigm were in some kind of relationship. Right, now, it turned out that the Scientist, the Origin, and the Visitor were hiding in this 7 lab. They were hiding from all the chrome. But sadly, then those 3 were consumed and it was all left to the Paradigm. It is unknown when we will see the Scientist again, but it will probably be very soon. We're not sure though. But I gotta admit, the Scientist is probably like one of the most caring 7 members out there. He cared for the Paradigm and he cared for us, aka the Loopers. So that was the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a long way. I'm very sorry for that. So yeah, I'll see you guys. Please like and subscribe. Bye.